Mobile games have come a long way recently, even to the point where I'm enjoying them and I never even used to play them. Even Nintendo's gotten on the scene, but there's one thing that still continues to be a blight. That's microtransactions. They're a necessary evil for smaller companies because they're just starting up and they're trying to build, while larger companies have kind of taken advantage and they're just profiteering off of them. So at the end of the day, it's becoming a real pain in the rear end. Now, the game I'm showing right here is called Ninja Girls Reborn. This was a game that I got introduced to while I was off of work one day, and it was really fun, but there's one thing that's really taken hold of this game, especially now, is that microtransactions have become such a pain. It's not the fact that they're just there, it's the fact that they've become a large portion of the game itself. Now, having it part of a supplementary system is fine. If you want to pay for skins, if you want to do whatever, that's fine. But when you start making characters, when you start making a larger portion of the game revolve around microtransactions, that's a bit annoying. Now, putting the label of pay to win on there, it may seem like it may cover that, but at the same time, I feel like that's just a cheap cop-out. The reason why I'm saying this is because in this game, your objective is to get new girls to battle them back and forth and try to beat your competition, whether it's in story mode, which by the way isn't all that great, but it just gets the job done, or PvP with other players. Now the thing is, every so often new girls will get released. You would use your currency in-game to go ahead and purchase them, which were diamonds. But now with games like this, it's no longer just about using that in-game currency that you would pay for, but rather you have to do the recharge itself in order to get credit for it. So now it's not just buying in-game currency, now you must recharge in itself. Now again, I don't like this label pay to win. It's more like pay to play at this point because again, you're needing to compete with these new girls. You have to actually recharge to get the new content, which I feel like, well, if it was a full expansion or if it was a full upgrade, that may be one thing, but for a smaller piece of content, I find that to be really crappy. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pick on this game all day because there's other games out there just like this. The thing is there's games that no longer just want you to purchase a currency in-game, but they rather want your recharge for the game to actually get the content, get the skin, get whatever. And again, it wouldn't be too bad if it was a skin, if it was something that wouldn't totally change the balance, but at the same time, it's just to the point where I've kind of lost touch with mobile games. I've kind of fallen out just because I don't really care for that model. It's gotten to the point where you must pay in order to play. Now, games like Terraria, on the other hand, for mobile, is actually better because there's no microtransactions. And please, let's not have any microtransactions in that game, or there's going to be a real uprising. I feel like the label pay to win should be changed to pay to play because it makes more sense that way. Sure, charges like 99 cents and $2.99, they don't seem like much at first, but if you keep doing that, it builds up over time, and the next thing you know, you've got a bill which is full of regret, and next thing you know, the gameplay you thought you were having a good time with becomes just dread and regret. So with that, it's to the point where I don't even like playing a lot of these mobile games anymore because of that. And again, it becomes very expensive and you may as well just went out and got yourself a full AAA title for that money you just spent. I'm not ripping on, like I said, I'm not ripping on just in this game. There's other games like it. But at the same time, I feel like there's this label that needs to be adjusted because you're not really paying to win. You're more like paying to compete or just paying to play the game. Because, yeah, there's free content, but a lot of that is just getting cut out. It's just being changed the way it operates. Does this sound familiar, or do you have an issue with a game that has a similar problem? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. It's not even just the small developers who do this, because, again, companies like EA take a full advantage of this, and they exploit their customers, very well knowing what can happen after a while of these recharges. But hey, you know, in some ways, we ourselves kind of allowed this, because the microtransactions just kind of seeped in and we've accepted them. So of course, bigger companies are going to be right there trying to abuse what's been going on now for a while. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to hear what your opinions and thoughts on this are. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll see you again next time.